Hello, welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. This is going to be the last shipbuilding episode before we start the Italian campaign. And what hulls we have remaining that we haven't built on, I don't think I'm going to build on all of them. But we have the British G3 battlecruiser, which is what we're going to start with. It offers the possibility to create a similar gun and tower layout as the historical British design of the G3 battlecruiser. The previous N3G3 battleship has been renamed N3 battleship and received some new towers. So we're going to build a ship on that hull too. Even though it's an old hull, it's got new towers, so it could be interesting. It can be found in the battleship hulls from 1923 and has a displacement between 42,500 and 55,500 tons. Also new parts and improvements for various other older hulls. Okay. So that could be interesting to see in the future, but for now we're just going to focus on the G3 and N3 class. And then I think we're going to build some of the new French ones too. Starting off with the G3. It's quite a big boy. It doesn't quite have the hull form of the battlecruiser 6, but it's got better stability and better resistance, and it's one flat deck. Let's just max it out. There we go. Max optimal speed 33 knots. Let's start with that. Set crew training to 50 as our baseline. Towers. High tower 7,100. Yeah, that's quite high. High tower 1. Not quite as high. Well, they're about the same size. Let's go with high tower 2. Secondary tower. This one does not fit. That does not fit. Unless I make the ship fatter. Why are you backwards? Oh, it fits if I place it back here. Do all the... No. How about you? You fit. How about these other ones? The wedge-shaped ones. Do they still not have any funnel slots? No? No. No. I think we're going with this. Unless this one fits. It does. Why is it backwards though? There we go. Yeah. Funnel. No. No. Well, here I went picking a tower that would fit a funnel, and it doesn't fit the funnel. Back to square one. Going with that one. 37% funnel capacity, but we haven't done the engine yet, so I guess this can possibly work. Okay. Oil 1. Are we gonna go turbo electric again? I think so. Or gear turbines. Yeah, probably. That works. What do we have for main guns? Mark II 16, Mark II 15, Mark II 14, Mark III 13. If we skip ahead to 1925. Mark III 14, yeah. That's probably better. 33, 50. Let's just go with that one. And 2 of these funnels. Oil 1 gear turbines. That's a very long ship. I just wonder what I'm gonna do to make it not look so so empty. Are we gonna go multiple double 14s? Yeah, I think we are. Is this the historical gun layout of the N3 G3 class of battlecruiser? Probably not. I did not bother to look it up, but it's what we're going with here. Let's build the rest of the ship. Anti-torp 3, double bottom. Citadel 5. And some of these can be upgraded or downgraded further on down the design pipeline. Flash fire chance 2%. That's decent. We're closing in on our displacement though. Let's do stereoscopic. Alright. Turret armor. It should probably be more than 9.6 inches. What's the pen we can get out of these 14-inch guns? At 20,000 it's 15.8. I think 16 is kind of a safe number. I want 5 on the turret tops. Hang on. Yeah. Might not need that much armor after all. $20,000, 11.1 inches. Yeah, I think that's still... Yeah, that should work. Main belt. We're gonna go 15 on the main belt. Yeah, we are. Three on the main deck. 1.5 on the fore and aft. A little bit of Citadel inner armor. Doesn't hurt. 42 caliber. Let's see if we can make them 45s. Yep. A little bit more range. A little bit less reload speed, but that works. Okay, we have our basic ship layout. Now we can just do some adjustments. Pull that back a little bit. Secondary guns. These fit here. They also fit here, here, and here. There we go. Secondary battery. Done. Casemates? No. 2-inch guns, Mark III. 3-inch guns are Mark IV. They can be mounted in a couple of different places. How about the doubles? No? Yeah, back there. Also up here. It looks kind of dumb. Let's drop the 3-inch guns. Let's go with a couple of Bofors. Yeah. And a couple of singles. Yeah, that works. I'm gonna make them 1.6s. There we go. Now armor for these. I want a little bit more side armor. 39 caliber. Or 36 caliber. Weren't they 39? Or was I looking at the wrong one? Some parts are badly placed. Let's bring them up to 40. There we go. Rate of fire is still decent. Like so. Everything fits. Now I can give them barbette armor also. And a little bit more side armor. 4.4. That'll have to do. Okay, let's just pack on a little bit more armor on this ship. Now let's keep the 15 main belt. And let's instead see if we can make it slightly faster. 34 knots. 35. 35 is doable. We're right up against our weight limit now. We can go with barbette 5 even. Flash fire challenge 1%. I'm guessing anti-torp 4 is not possible. It ain't. It will just have to be slightly vulnerable to torpedoes. But there we go, that's the Trafalgar. Very nice, I like it. I like this ship quite a bit. I think the tower is a little bit tall. Just in terms of how it looks, I think the towers you have available on Battlecruiser 6 are just nicer looking. Let's see, take that as the thumbnail. There we go. We have our battlecruiser. Next up, new towers for the N3 class. I'm gonna drop down to when's the first year you get the N3 class? 1923, 1922, 21, 20, 19, 19. There we go. Bit of a chonker. Let's put the crew to 50. What kind of new tower do we have here? Oh yeah. Tinthall Tower. that's basically kind of similar to what they had. Where are the towers backwards? Funnels. Oh, this one has access to different funnels than the battlecruiser, so maybe we can actually fit some of these. Yeah, tall funnel 4 will fit. Which one can I get 2 of? None of them? Not even on the biggest one? Maybe that was the biggest one. This one also fits. So we're just going with one funnel then. Alright. Hercules. What kind of speed can we make with this? 22 knots. It's not very fast. Gear turbines. Still have decent engine efficiency. Main guns though. 16 Mark II. I think we're going with the 16 Mark IIs here. Okay, then the turrets are smaller than I thought they would be, so we can go with a smaller barbette. Or is that too tiny? No, that works. Okay. I want to see if I can make it a little bit thinner. -3. 45,000. There we go. Yeah, that is the basic layout. I don't think that's the historical rear tower for a Nelson, but it kind of works. Secondary guns. Some 5-inch guns. Like so. I had you here. There we go. There are some places where it just doesn't fit for some reason. What? I had you. Come on. Why are you being difficult? Alright, we're not going with that barbette. It's being silly. Just going with the simple round one. Moving it here. We have a bit of an aft weight offset, not too surprising, as the engine room is all the way back there, but aft weight offset of less than 1%, not really a big deal. Can I make this, I don't know, sea turret? Can I make it fully traversable? Make it a little bit easier for the AI that will inevitably be controlling this ship. The AI does somewhat struggle with all forward ship design. Like how to use them. Going straight up for Barbette 4. Citadel 4. 2,000 tons to play with, but there is armor we can reduce, so in reality it's more than that. Tube powder 1, TNT 2, flash fire chance 2.3%. Let's go stereoscopic again, because they have been rebalanced. Usually in vanilla I always pick coincidence, just because the base accuracy thing and the gun aiming speed makes them so much better than stereoscopic, where the bonuses are a lot more situational, and also they are heavier and more expensive. But here they weigh more or less the same. These ones add a little bit more weight to the secondary guns than the coincidence. But I think they might be worth it. An RDF. Alright. 23 inches of turret armor. I don't think we need that. It's gotta be like point blank to even have a chance to pen. We're going with 17, which is still pretty tough. What kind of deck penetration are we looking at in 1919? Not much. 2.7. Going with 5 for the turret tops. I want to keep the 16-inch main belt though. 5-inch fore and aft. 3-inch main deck. 2 fore and aft instead of 1.5. 3-inch superstructure. Lots of weight is being saved. Yeah, we can keep the 5-inch inner belt. There we go. Guns though, 43 caliber. I think 6% should make them 45s. Yep. Reload time 100.4 seconds. Accuracy at 20,000 is 1%. It's not stellar, but it's okay. But they do pack a punch though. It can penetrate its own side armor at 20,000 meters. Didn't I give you 5 inches of forebelt? Let's see, the 5-inch guns can be 2% longer. Yeah. And that means I can also give them barbette armor. And a little bit more, not that much more side armor. But we have weight to spare. First off, we're gonna pack on a couple more secondary guns. All the 2-inch guns we have these turrets. 3-inch guns only fit there. Like so. They look a little bit chonky, but that's okay. Let's see, what can we do here? Triple bottom. Done. Anti-torp 3 is the best we have available. More range. Done. Don't have a better auxiliary engine. Put on a better shaft. We can go heavy shells. Flashfire chance is now up to 7.2%, and still not terrible. TNT2 still being the safest option here. What did that do with our range? 24.7. It's not too bad. Reload time went up to 100.5. If this had a veteran crew, it would be 93.6. So yeah. But they are Mark II guns, so. Alright, Hercules. Yeah. Not gonna call it the Nelson simply because I don't know how close it is to the actual Nelsons. Here we go. All turrets can rotate 360 degrees. They don't have a 360 degree arc of fire, of course, because there are things like towers on the deck. But even if the AI doesn't know how to control its ship that well, it won't have to like traverse the turrets from here all the way around to here, which will take a while, if that makes sense. Yeah, we're gonna save this design. Yeah, 1,000 tons left on the table. That's okay. It's not a bad thing to have some weight to spare, because suddenly there are some updates to the game and some weights are changed around. And if you build the ships like with the displacement right up to the limit, you may find that your ship is no longer a viable design, because some barbette or something now weighs 2% more. Alright, those were the two new British ships. Next up, let's build some of the French ones. I don't want to build... there's also a new Russian flotilla leader, large destroyer, with a displacement up to 6,650 tons. That's a huge DD. I kind of want to build it, actually. I just said I wouldn't, but now I kind of want to, because that's even bigger than the Italian one we built. But no, Russian modernized Dreadnought is our next. It's from 1919. Battleship. Russia. There's also some new French hulls. Soviet Union. Modernized Dreadnought. Is it this one? Modernized Dreadnought 1 is a new hull, which offers cost-effective battleships. The previous hull took the name Modernized Dreadnought 2. Yeah, Modernized Dreadnought 1 is the new hull. Alright. Let's max it out. 35,000 tons. 21 knots. 21.5 actually. Let's make it 21.5. 50 crew training. 8,100 tower spotting. Yeah, that's a new tower. What kind of funnels do we have? We got the Japanese style mega funnel complex. 5660. Single thick funnel. I want to go with the funnel complex because I think it looks better. Like so. What kind of main guns do we have available? 15 Mark II, 14 Mark II, 13 Mark III. Quad barrel 15. I'm sure that's very good for accuracy in 1919. We're gonna go 15 Mark II. Gonna make this quite a simple ABXY kind of turret layout. Could probably fit a Q turret in here also, if I went with the single thick funnel and made some space. Yeah, decent layout. And being a Russian ship, it has pretty good resistance, 85. Dreadnought 4 actually has better resistance. Yeah, let's see. Oil 1. First of all, Mark 3 8-inch guns. Can we fit these without going over displacement? Dubious. There might be some armor we can reduce. There's probably some range we can reduce. Shaft 2, unbalanced, electric 1, corrupt 2, orbit 3, anti-torp 3, double, reinforced bulkheads, there we go, overweight. By quite a bit. Let's see, TNT2, enhanced reloading. So you're gonna have to shave off. Let's go coincidence on this guy. Some 7,000 tons have to be shaved off. I think we can do it. Again, deck penetrations. Not getting that much deck penetration in 1919. So we can really skimp on the deck penetration here. Possibly famous last words. But it's how we're doing it. Casemate armor, wow. Yeah, we're almost there. Almost. 4-weight offset. We can trim off these fore and aft casemates. We can pretend they've been welded over. Are we actually gonna go with 7-inch guns instead? Let's give the 7-inch guns the same armor as the 8-inch guns and compare the weights. 70 tons, 105 tons. Yeah, the 8-inch guns are just that much better though. But we are saving a lot of weight by going down to 7s. So we're gonna do that. Yep. that worked. 43 caliber. And again, I'm tempted to elongate the barrels. But what else can I do here? Can make them 21 knot. Does not make a huge difference in terms of weight. You can bump these down to hydraulic. I can probably make the citadel a tiny bit shorter. I do like having a pretty long citadel, because that means a pretty long main belt also. Which means even if you're up against ships that can penetrate the fore and aft belts, there's a lot of ship in the middle here that is very tough to damage. That will keep the ship buoyant. And you won't have angle issues because you're taking too much flooding on the bow and aft. That's kind of my reasoning for not shrinking my citadel down to the bare minimum. Can I make them 45s? Yes, I can. Can I make these 45s? That should be, what, 4%? Yeah. Not bad, not bad. Flash fire chance 2.9. If I went with Cordite 2, that's 20.2%. Gives me a lot more range. Accuracy at 20,000 meters, now 1.2%. With tube powder, it's 1%. But it is a lot more safer. Cruiser Moskva. Oh, battleship. Moskva. I guess that works. There are no secondary turrets on this. You can pretend that's a design choice, but in reality I just forgot. But it has enough secondaries with all those 7-inch guns, so I don't think it's a big problem. Next on the list, French Advanced Modernized Battleship, 1929. Let's see, France. 1929. Advanced Modernized Battleship. Or was it Dreadnought? Modernized Battleship, it says. There's no 30,000 to 54,000 tons. Is it this one? I think it's this one. In the blog post it said Advanced Modernized Battleship, but this is Advanced Modernized Dreadnought. Well, it's available from 1929, so let's go back to 1928. As you can see, it's not available in 1928. But it is available in 1929, so I'm guessing that's it. 54,000 tons is quite heavy. 45,000. It's a reasonable size. 25 knots. You're not as fast and sleek as you look, Monsieur Savoy. 8,500. They're really putting out the good spotting range towers here. Oh, the best one fits. This one does not fit. That one fits. Light modern. $7,900. That's pretty good. secondary tower. We got lots of variants of this tower. Funnel. Let's just go for this one. So it's gonna be a single funnel ship. That's okay. Blowing the smoke straight in the face of whoever is in that crow's nest. Oil 2. Let's go turbo electric. 30,000 is very decent range. All of these funnels kind of look the same. They've got different sizes and different stats. I think it looks more correct if it's a big one. Main guns, what do we have? 16 Mark III, 15 Mark III. I think we're going with the 16 Mark III here. Are we going 12? 12 16s? Or no, we're going 10. That's what we're doing. Large barbette. Let's pop down one of these. Yeah, we're doing a mix of double and triple. Then we're moving all of this stuff further back. That looks not bad. That looks pretty nice. We can build the rest of the ship now. I'm happy with the overall layout. And again, we probably have a lot of weight we can spare by taking off unnecessary armor. We're going Krupp 4. Although first we're gonna pack on a bunch of weight by adding Citadel and Anti-Flood and all that jazz. Standard ratio capped. Tube powder. TNT 2 flash fire chance 2.2%. 1.5%. Very good, very good. Yeah, let's go with stereoscopic. I haven't actually tested it out in game yet in the Dreadnought improvement project to see what is better, but I just know it's been rebalanced to make the stereoscopic more viable. 17, 15. What kind of deck penetration? 6 inches. That means we do not need 11 on the turret tops. We probably don't need 21.1 inches of belt armor either. 15 will be enough. In fact, we're gonna make this not necessarily a glass cannon, but not like a super armored super battleship either. Let's go 0.5 here. A little bit light on the deck armor, but not super light. It'd have to be at really long range to actually threaten itself with these guns. They are 50 caliber right out of the gate. That's why they have such long range. So we need to save a little bit of weight here. where? Where do we save? Semi-auto, 45, 46, 550. That actually saved quite a bit of weight. Auto 1, reload, 60 seconds. 64. Not a big difference. Actually. Let's keep the, let's go down to 6 inches of turret top armor. .5 on the fore and aft decks. Yeah, there was a very tiny envelope where 2 inches would protect it, but 1.5 wouldn't. So, might as well just go for 1.5. It's not going to be a big difference if it goes up against its own guns, which, you know, there's no guarantee for it going up against 16-inch guns. Could go up against 14s, 17s, 18s, 12s. 420 tons overweight. I do want to keep the 4-inch fore and aft belt though, just to protect it from like 6-inch light cruiser fire. I don't really want to compromise on the main layout. I'm just kind of happy with it the way it is. If we go gear turbines 2, 45 to 96, didn't save a lot of weight. Not worth. Aux 2, not a big weight difference. Aux 1. If you go down to shaft 1, save a little bit of weight. Right, was that heavier? Yeah, it was. Yeah, electric is lighter than hydraulic. It kind of makes sense, really. If we go Citadel 4, does that save weight or make it heavier? 45, 327. Made it a little bit heavier. I can reduce the third inner belt. It's not really that important. What about light shells? Made some difference, but it's gonna reduce how powerful the guns are. If I go with many bulkheads instead of maximum, yeah, might as well do that. It kind of fits with the ship. It being not like super armored. Let's add a couple of 6-inch guns. If we can. They can be added some places, but not a lot of places. I think 5-inch guns will almost fit. 4-inch guns? They do fit. And they fit in more places. They don't fit here though, for some reason. Oh well. Can I mount that turret a little bit better so it doesn't overhang the side of the ship? No. We're just gonna have to pretend we don't see that. And go to range guns. Like so. Is it possible to put the 2-inch guns on top of the turrets here? No? No. There are a couple of spots for single 2-inch guns. Let's just populate those. Alright, Savoy. Saved. That's decent looking. It's quite a powerful little ship for only 45,000 tons. And given that in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, if you try to build a historical design to its specifications in terms of size and armor and all that, you're typically going to end up with a ship that's a lot heavier than it was in reality. So, yeah, 45,000 tons in this game. Really on the small side of battleships. But it is a modernized Dreadnought, so it's okay. 10 16-inch guns though. Quite decent armament. So, lastly, before I end this little build-a-thon, French Modern Heavy Cruiser 3 is a speculative hull that produces powerful and expensive cruisers. It can be found in the heavy cruiser hulls from 1937 and has a displacement between 15,500 and 18,500 tons. So, 1937. What was it called? Modern Heavy Cruiser 3? Yeah. This one. Alright. It looks very similar to some ships we've seen before. And 50. I got a smaller version of the tower we just put on the battleship. Yeah, 7,000 tower spotting. Not bad, not bad. Standard crane tower. Are you one of those towers that can't fit a funnel? We do have a funnel slot on the main tower though. Victor Hugo. It's a very long secondary tower. I might replace it. Let's go oil 3, diesel 2. Range can be reduced. For sure. Main guns. All of them Mark 5s. We're gonna go with 9-inch guns. How big did I make you? 17,000 something? How about 18,000? Oop. That's a little bit too big. Come on. $17,000. Good enough. So we have big barbette. We have kind of rectangular barbette. It's just not big enough. I don't like the look. Big barbette, big barbette. Yeah, it's gonna be this. It's a little bit too tall. This is reserved for torpedoes, I think. Yeah, we're going with a smaller secondary tower. This one, or just the range finding tower? Yeah. Yeah, we're doing another ABXY kind of thing. Sticking to the formula. Why are you backwards? There we go. And we can now mount some kind of secondary armament on that guy. A couple of 5-inch guns. And we're gonna do the same up front. There we go. Everything fits. Everything fits. Can we mount these? No. No. Almost. So close. How about some 4-inch guns? Oh, we can mount them here. And also here. That looks kind of silly, but I guess it works. Okay, we're dropping the 5-inch guns, going straight for the force. And now the torpedoes. We're going central line. Yeah, that works. Let's build the rest of the ship. Crap. Are we gonna go all the way to modern too? Well, the blog post did say that this was an expensive cruiser, so might as well. So in Dreadnought Improvement Project, other than armor strength going up and resistance going up, the main change is the cost. So the difference from Crop 5 to Modern 1 is quite massive. More so than the difference between the different crops. Yeah, let's see. Anti-Flood 3, Citadel 5. Lots of weights to play with, but cruisers typically don't have that much armor as a baseline when you start designing them. 2 powder 3. Flashfire chance is almost... well, it is 0. Torpedoes, 24-inch. Let's see, can you both launch now? Yeah, you can. Oxygens. 20.6 kilometer range is not amazing. Let's go coincidence on this one. And radar. Okay, the 9-inch guns actually do have decent armor to begin with. Deck penetration, let's say 3.5 is all we need to protect from cruiser caliber guns. say 9 on the main belt. 3, 3, fore and aft. 3 main deck. 1.5 fore and aft. 2. And there we go. Armor has been laid out. Tiny 4-weight offset, not enough to make me care. Let's add some 2-inch guns in a couple of different places. Are we sure we can't make these fit here? No. We cannot make them fit there. I guess that's just gonna be an empty place. Increased ammo. Our flashfire chance is still 0, so that's good. Might as well give it a triple bottom. Anti-torp 4. And that's the Victor Hugo. There we go. Save design. And with that, this build-a-thon is done. We'll see you tomorrow for the start of the Italian campaign. Goodbye, and take care.